Welcome to How Women Judge Men, Part 7, where we take the pop culture dating show Take Me Out and use it for a case study on how women judge men. This is the I'm Feeling Guilty edition. You all remember Lee, don't you? Sorry, Ginger McPimp Daddy to some of you. Well, I was quick to judge Lee. He really deserves his own episode. So let's do it. Either she's got to take a shit, or her heart's filling with dread right now. My money's on number 2. I'll let you figure out what that means. So right off the bat here, Lee has one hell of an uphill battle to climb. The way he has chosen to dress himself has made him an object of ridicule, and you can see it clearly on the faces of these ladies. Like Kelly and Katie. And this woman here, who's definitely amused. And the shock has definitely not worn off since yesterday. I mean, whatever's going through her mind right now is probably, what the hell are you thinking wearing that ridiculous outfit?
Whack the whistles!
Hi ladies, I'm Lee and I'm from Cambridgeshire. Pleasure to meet you.
Lee from Cambridgeshire. Girls, are you turned on or turned off? Whoa! Is that the kind of start you're expecting? 19 girls turned off.
I was expecting a few.
Yeah, you gotta hand it to him. He's at least got something of a grasp on reality. Now, ordinarily I would stop at a time like this and talk about his outfit. But I think instead we should talk about how a man comes to wear an outfit like that. You see, one does not simply start dressing like that overnight. It's really the mating ritual of the fedora-wearing neckbeard. It starts with a person who generally goes around nearly completely unnoticed. One day they buy some ridiculous item, a trench coat perhaps, or a hat or something. It clashes ridiculously with what they're wearing, so much so that it compels people to ask about it. Not wanting to sound rude, they end their inquiry with a small platitude like, "It looks good on you," or "It's nice." This newfound attention to the person who is ordinarily invisible is crack. It's addictive. And unless a good friend gets in early and sets them straight, they are hooked. And there's really nothing that can be done to save them. It's now ingrained as part of their identity. From there, new pieces get added until a unique style is fully realized. This doesn't make them bad people, but it is a flag that this person might not be socially adjusted. At any rate, he's standing with body language that suggests confidence, and that actually bodes well for Lee.
Alex, why did you turn off?
It's just the attire. No, can't be chewed with that, Paddy.
Well, she's honest. It wasn't a dodge or a letdown speech. More of a respectful, not to my taste. Kudos.
I like it. It's like a sexy Al Capone. How would you describe your style, Lee?
I'm an alternative. I like the kind of 40s, 20s, 30s.
All right.
Things that look good.
Lee's response was proper. He wasn't approval-seeking. His tone and attitude had a subtext that said, "I'm going to keep doing me." You know, I really can't stress enough how important that is.
Kirsten, why do you turn your light off?
He seems a bit too pimp for me, and I think that Tash takes a bit too much effort to do.
Simple, honest, and direct. And she said it in a tone that was part morbid curiosity and part, "I'm pretty sure this isn't for me." Respect. Not bad for a woman who just recovered from clinical shock.
Longer than maybe I'd
How
do
do you
my-
get the tash like that, Lee?
Moustache wax.
Moustache wax?
Nice.
Get myself a pot of that.
You know, as ridiculous as it looks, the stash is probably one of the things that works for Lee, particularly in the social circles in which he runs. There are some freaky girls who actually dig it, and they're mostly in the steampunk scenes. These, however, are not those women.
Melissa, why have you turned off?
Okay, well, I'm a bit of a hygiene freak, and once I was in this cafe, and there was a guy with a beard, and he was eating his dinner, and it was getting, like, all in his beard. And, like, since then, I've, like, had a hatred for, like, facial hair. Something against you, probably.
Oh, I fucking hate that. It's the, I really would, but there was once this guy you remind me of speech. And seriously, she's gonna fault him for hygiene? I mean, look at his outfit, and the effort he puts into waxing his reverse Hitler stash.
Oh, no,
I'm quite
listen,
meticulous.
He didn't have moustache wax, that's the thing. Let's talk. So, Nicola, you've still got your light on. Tell me why.
I just can't wait to see what his talent's going to be. We'll have to see what he's got in store.
Okay, no, that's...
Lady, I despise you. You kept your light on so you could ridicule him more.
Fair enough. Nikki, you're into fashion. What do you think about his get-up?
I love it. I love individuality in people, and I think it takes a lot of guts to stand by that as well, so well done.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Some good comments.
So, Lee's been working it. He's actually showing confidence and not seeking approval. And though he came out here with the sheer weight of his outfit stacked against him, most of these women are showing him respect. There's a real lesson here. Alright, on to part 2.
If I had to use 3 words to describe myself, I'd probably use bouncy, alternative and eccentric. And I guess I'd rate myself about 8, maybe 9 out of 10.
Okay, that was a surprise. That outfit is not a unique one-off. So, confidence is important, but being able to deadpan deliver a statement like, I'd rate myself 9 out of 10, while dressed like a trolley driver from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, is a little delusional.
Girls would probably really like to go out with me because I adore shopping and I love dressing up, so I'm always looking for a bargain. I love finding new and interesting things, which is where a lot of my outfits come from. Bit tight. Shame.
A couple girls have tapped out so far, but mostly on the feminine aspects of what he's showing them.
During the day I run a small manufacturing company, but by night I really let myself go. And I'll go anywhere for a good party, to be perfectly honest. I really get a buzz out of throwing myself around on the dance floor.
A girl would never be bored if they were dating Lee. He's a Prince Charming. He would show them the best time of their lives, and he would treat them like a princess.
And the freaky friends alarm dropped a few more, but honestly, who wasn't expecting that? I'm actually quite impressed overall with his social life, and assuming that wasn't his sister, that endorsement from the woman helped.
What kind of girl I'm looking for is quite hard to pin down. Character-wise, I tend to like a soft, caring person. Looks, oddly, I do tend to like blue hair on a lady. Either kind of full blue hair or a little blue stripe. Very sexy.
Oh, this poor guy. His ideal woman has the hairstyle of a militant feminist. He's screwed. But I was just noticing his voice. It's actually got a really velvety quality. This guy is set up for pillow talk, and I'm just gonna say it right now. This man gets a ton of freaky pussy. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever.
Annie, why did you turn off?
I think you will probably have a bigger wardrobe than me, and that's saying something.
Probably.
You've got more outfits than I have. I can't compete with that.
One pimp suit, she can handle. More than one? That's a problem.
Tracy, you've still got your light on.
Oh, that made me giggle so much.
Excellent.
You know, if you can find someone who can have a good time, let themselves go, I think, you know, that's a great person.
Respect.
OK. Corny, why's your light still on?
Well, I like the fact you fancy dress. You wear that. I
That's
love
not
fancy dress.
That's
Dressing fancily.
His outfit, so I like wearing fancy dress. And the raves or parties you go to, I love to rave.
Excellent.
Well, you want to talk about turning this thing around? These women are genuinely considering him.
OK, Lucy, you turned off in that round.
Yeah, I couldn't get past the moustache. It's just like that Captain Hook's.
No, I like it. You can go out shopping, put your shopping bags on it.
Hey, it's Lucy from part 5. I think Damien would still approve. It's a shame, though. Lee almost made it through the round without getting shit on.
Brilliant. Well, Luke, if you survive this next round, then you've definitely got yourself a date.
His name is Lee, not Luke, you dumbass.
Been best mates with Lee for about 20 years now, and any girl that wants to go out with Lee would have to love the movies. He's a major film buff. He's got around 1,100 films. He's even got his own cinema at home. Lee's Cinema's got a Lord of the Rings theme, but it's not all about hobbits.
Damn. Done in by the Pimp Entertainment System and the One Ring.
Lord of the Rings, Tracy, you turn your lights off. All that Frodo, big feet, what's wrong with you?
I absolutely hate the Lord of the Rings. I went to a bed and breakfast once in Blackpool and the owner was obsessed with Lord of the Rings and he kind of scared me, especially when he was standing outside my room with a staff. Coming down the breakfast, Tracy. No, I'm saying yeah.
Ooh, that fucking pisses me off again. Is that there once was this guy you remind me of speech. Do women actually think that shit is an easier letdown than the truth? I mean, tell him you think he's a giant dork. It's a lot easier to accept than punishment for another man's crimes. Although that story would have been a lot funnier if she said, "You shall not pass." Alright, let's wrap this up.
Give it up for
I don't think the girls misjudge me. I think they let themselves down, to be perfectly honest, by not giving me a try.
He's right, you know. This was no sweat off his back. This baller's gonna head down to the nearest steampunk convention and woo some nice girl in a corset who's gonna dig his Lord of the Rings toy collection. Well, that does it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and may the eyes of women judge you favorably.